Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 229. Today I'm going to be talking about things we don't buy while living our frugal life. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the show. Are you in the mood to learn something new? Well, Skillshare is now offering 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. Unlock a passion, side hustle, or new professional skill with thousands of classes in design, business, and more. Start your 1 month free trial now by using the link within the podcast notes for this episode. There's no commitment and you can cancel at any time. So why not go ahead and learn a new skill that you have always wanted to have? So today I just wanted to talk about some of the things that we don't buy while living our frugal life. So these are things we have done to either save money or things that we just don't really find value in. And those things are different for everybody, of course. So I'm not suggesting at all that you don't spend money on the things that I'm going to mention because, when we live a frugal life, it's more about putting your money into the things that you value most and then not spending a lot on things that you don't value. So it's different for everybody on what you want to spend your money on. But I just thought it would be kind of fun to do an episode on some things that we don't really spend money on that, maybe other people might. And this list is in no particular order, so they're just kind of random. It's just as I thought of things, that's kind of the order that the list goes in. So, I just thought it would be kind of fun to do this list, but these are not, it's okay. So it's like some of these are items that we do buy, but we just don't buy a lot of. So I couldn't really figure out a way to title the episode in that way, like things we don't buy anymore or only buy a very little amount of. So I just titled it, things we don't buy anymore. But some of them are more like where we've really cut back. So anyway, the first thing I thought of was cards that cost more than $1. So I do not buy, these are like birthday cards, thank you cards, congratulations cards, any of those types of things. So I buy cards in bulk on Amazon. I don't remember, it's not like a huge bulk. It's like, I don't know, maybe 20 cards or 30 cards or something like that comes in the package. It's like one of those nice little, the little box of cards that'll be like in like a little plastic case, and it comes with like all the little envelopes and the little cards to go with them. So I buy them in bulk on Amazon. They come to less than 50 cents a card, and they're really cute. They're not like, ugly, plain, generic cards. They're really cute cards. I buy birthday cards, like a package of the bulk birthday cards, and they're blank inside, so I can write my own message, so I don't have to worry about, like what it says if it makes sense for the person I'm giving it to. And the ones that I buy, like the first time I did this, I bought one that had like maybe 4 or 5 of each design. That didn't work out well because they lasted me a long time, and then I was worried that I might be giving someone the same card 2 years in a row because, you look at something, you're like, oh, that'd be really cute for this person, and then the next year you think the same thing again. So what I wound up doing is I found another one that was all unique, like every card was unique, so I don't have to worry about giving someone the same card twice. So those have worked out really well. Whenever a birthday comes up, I always have a card, or if I want to like mail like a gift to like one of my nieces or nephews or whatever, I just run downstairs, grab the card, write a check, mail it out, and I'm done. And I also did that for just like regular blank cards, like more like a generic, like some type of design or like something cute on the front, but not like specifically like a happy birthday one. And I use those for any other like non-birthday occasions, like maybe we're going to like a graduation party or something and I just want to put like a little gift card in something, and I'll just like write a little note, or like for a thank you note or whatever. Just write your message inside and you're all set. So those are really inexpensive, and they just make it so much easier because I don't have to run out to buy a card when all these little occasions come up. If I do have like a very specific occasion that I need to buy a card for whatever reason, which really doesn't happen often, but if it does, I always go to like the 99-cent section at Target and I buy a card there. I do not spend money on cards. Another thing that I thought of was seasonal throw pillows. So I love all those cute throw pillows, like for the different holidays. You know, they might have like, I don't know, for like Christmas time, there might be like snowmen or like cute little Halloween ones or whatever. All these different throw pillows. They're really cute and they make like a big impact in decorating your house. You know, it's just cute to have these decorative throw pillows, like seasonal ones. But I don't buy those. One, they take up so much space to store them, and they're kind of expensive. So what I started doing is I found pillow covers on Amazon that they have for all different holidays, and like they're in, and then they have just like regular like cute patterns for like the rest of the year that you can just mix them up, and they're really inexpensive, and you just throw them on over your existing throw pillows and zip them on, and that's it. And they store easily. You could just fold them up and put them in like a little thing to go put them away. You don't have like these big pillows you got to store. So anyway, I don't buy any seasonal throw pillows or new decorative pillows, really. I just buy the pillow cover to replace it. Of course, if the pillow itself was like not comfortable or I don't know, there was something else wrong with it, but otherwise I just get a new cover and that's it. Books. Of course, I've talked about this so many times, I feel like, but I love the library app. I don't buy books. I use the library app for borrowing ebooks and audiobooks from my local library. There's so many books that are available for free on there, so there's no need to for me to really purchase books or pay for a subscription like Audible or anything like that. So I definitely don't do that. Okay, paper plates and plastic utensils. So we used to keep a constant supply of paper plates and plastic utensils available for like everyday use in our kitchen. We have like a little, almost like one of those like little picnic type thing that has like a little handle that has like slots for like forks and knives and napkins and things like that. And we would have like paper plates in there too. I used to always keep it like on our kitchen counter. So if someone was having like lunch or a snack or whatever, they would just grab a paper plate, grab some plastic utensils, and I would always keep them stocked. And then one day I realized like how much I was spending to replace and keep this stuff stocked because I was constantly refilling it. And it just was costing so much money because I would buy them like in bulk, like the big package. I don't even remember what it was, but it might be like $10 or something for like a thing of forks or whatever, like this giant thing of forks. But we would go through them like crazy because everyone was just using them constantly. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. We can wash plates and utensils, whatever. We do not need to have like throwaway stuff all the time. So I do still keep a supply of those, but I keep them in our basement and we only use them as needed. Like we don't use them in our regular everyday life. It's more like if, you know, I don't know, maybe we order pizza and we have like someone over, we'll bring up like some paper plates and utensils, or like if we're having like a party or whatever, something like that, we'll use disposable stuff. But otherwise we don't use those in like our regular day to day. We just use regular dishes and we wash them. Another one is kids' school lunches. So I used to put money on a school lunch card so that my kids could buy lunch at school every day. And with 3 kids in school at the same time, it was costing me a fortune. And especially when they would often purchase an extra snack or drink on top of their lunch, which they weren't allowed to do, by the way, but they would forget and buy extra stuff. And it was really adding up. So I wound up getting these like really nice like wide mouth thermos containers that kept the food like hot or cold. And it really did keep it at the right temperature until they had their lunches. And we just started doing things like making mac and cheese or like pasta salad or like dinner leftovers. I used to even make them like a burrito in the microwave and like wrap it in foil and then like shove it right in the thermos and it would keep it hot. We thought of all different things, but either way, I packed their lunch every day and it saved a ton of money. It was costing so much to buy school lunches. So we don't buy school lunches anymore. Pre-chopped fruit or veggies. You know, when you go to the food store and they have like those pre-chopped, maybe cut up like peppers or like cut up fruit or whatever. They're so much more expensive than buying just the regular fruit or vegetables that need to be chopped up. So I do not buy them. I did buy a package of chopped up fruit I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, because I forget what it was. It was like some special occasion. Oh, I think it was my daughter when she graduated from high school, and she loves chopped up fruit. And she was like, can we please get this? So I bought it, but it was like, she didn't wind up finishing it. So I wound up having to throw a bunch of it out, and it was so expensive. So as on like a normal basis, we don't buy those. We just buy what we need and chop it up. Although I have been tempted to buy the pre-chopped butternut squash, because I make a butternut squash recipe for Thanksgiving every year, and it is a pain in the neck to chop that thing up. It's like cutting up a pumpkin. But anyway, I still do it though. I've been cutting it up. Maybe one day I will buy that just to make my life easier for Thanksgiving. But anyway, generally we don't buy that. Okay, another one is paper towels. So this is one of those things that I do actually still purchase, but I have cut way back on how much we use paper towels and how much I spend on paper towels. I started keeping cloth napkins in our kitchen so that anyone can easily grab one. Me and my husband definitely use them all the time. The kids are more likely to grab a paper towel, but I do ask them to use the napkin, so we're trying to switch over to that. And my kids are teenagers and older. Like my son is 20 and my daughters are teenagers, so they use paper towels like the majority of their life, so it's hard to kind of get them to switch over, and kids aren't really thinking of cost that much. But anyway, we have made a dramatic reduction in the amount of paper towels we use just by using those cloth napkins. And when my kids do use paper towels, sometimes they'll use like a paper towel to, I swear it's like to dry up like maybe like a droplet of water that hit the counter, and then they'll just kind of leave it there. So I actually save my son thinks I'm crazy for doing this, but I save those paper towels that weren't really used for anything more than like a drop of water. And I have like a little like bin underneath my sink that I just like fold them up and I stick them in, and I use them to clean our guinea pig cage, because it's like, who cares? I'm cleaning like a gross pet cage. It's not like, they're being used on anything that's not dirty. So that's what I do. So that saves a lot too, because then at least they're not just like using them like that and then just throwing them in the trash. I would normally use something like paper towels to clean the guinea pig cage anyway, just because it's kind of like, you're not going to use something like a cloth that maybe some people would, but dirty, like gross things like that, we do use paper towels, but I try to use them as little as possible. Cable TV. I know that this is not anything new, and really none of these things that I'm saying are new, but these are just things that I thought would be fun to talk about. I mean, it's probably a lot of people already don't spend money on these things. This is more just for fun. But anyway, cable TV. I know a lot of us don't subscribe to cable TV anymore. We haven't had it for years. But the funny thing is that when we canceled cable TV, I wasn't really even planning to cancel it. I called up hoping to get a better deal, because my whatever plan I had was coming to an end, and I called up and I said, I want to see what the new deal I can get is. It says my deal is expiring next month or whatever, and the guy's like, oh, well, I can't tell you yet, it's too soon. And I was like, all right, can you just please cancel my account then? I was thinking that they would get a manager and come give me a better offer since I said I wanted to cancel. But instead, they went ahead and canceled it. So I was a little bit surprised. But I was just like, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to let them go ahead with canceling it. It's not like we can't call them and have them turn it right back on if we change our mind. And ever since then, we've never had it and never really missed it at all. So that's that, cable TV. Okay, the next one I thought of was new furniture. It is so expensive to buy well-made, brand new furniture, and I don't really want to spend money on something less expensive only to have to replace it a couple years later. So we have been really successful at finding high-quality secondhand furniture. For example, I recently got this beautiful, I think it's Thomasville, I think is the brand name, sectional couch that is so comfortable and so nice, that I found on Facebook Marketplace. It originally sold for over $5,000, and it was basically brand new. We got it for $1,300. It had hardly ever been used. The house that we bought it at, she said it didn't really go with the style she was looking for. I couldn't see it. I thought it looked great in the room where she had it, but whatever. I was happy to get the couch. So it does take a little time to search, but I have found that it has been such a huge money saver because furniture is just so expensive. And like I said, if you buy the more inexpensive stuff, it just winds up not lasting long, and then you have to buy it more often. You probably wind up spending more money. So anyway, that's that. New cars. We've never purchased a new car. I don't really ever plan to purchase one. We've always bought low mileage used cars like our entire life, and we've never had a problem with them. They're really just about new as far as I'm concerned when we do get them. And we're not really picky about options that a car might have. So for us, it's just not really worth it to have the extra cost of purchasing a brand new car. Okay, the next one is one of my favorites. I do not buy clothes that I do not absolutely love. I recently got into this idea of having like a minimal wardrobe, and I'm trying really hard to make sure that every item in my drawer is something that I really love. So I can just reach in and basically grab anything that's in there and be happy with it. So I am really, really selective now. If I purchase a clothing item at the store, I have to like totally love the way it looks and feels and the way it fits. And otherwise I won't buy it. Like I have to just really, really love it. So I do not buy anything that's like, yeah, this is nice. I could use this for, no, I have to be like, oh my gosh, this is like the greatest thing ever. I love it. And then I'll buy it. So I'm super, super selective with the clothes that I purchase. And I don't think I was in the past, obviously, because I had things that I didn't really love. So I am just, I kind of know now like what material I really like and like how it has to fit. I never buy anything without trying it on because I have to be sure that like I really like it. And if I do somehow buy something that I wind up not liking the way I did, like once I come back and like put it on one more time, I'm really good about taking it back and returning it because I only want to have things that I really love and that I could just grab anything in my drawer, put it on, and know I'm going to be happy with it. Okay, then the rest of these are just like food related items. Fast food. We very rarely spend money on fast food. If we do, it's usually like if we're on like a long distance road trip or something, because it is so expensive to buy fast food. One of my daughters asked me to take her to McDonald's the other day to get a chicken McNugget meal. And I said, okay, because she had just gotten off of work. And then we had like an hour gap between when she got off work and when my younger daughter got off work. And it wasn't worth driving back home because it's like a 20-minute drive. So we were just going to kind of hang out. They work by the boardwalk. So we were just going to like sit at the inlet and watch the boats go in and out and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, can you take me to McDonald's? I want to get chicken McNuggets. I'm really hungry. So I was like, all right, fine. So I took her over there. It was like $8 or more than $8 or whatever for like chicken nuggets and french fries and a drink. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's like, I don't know. I just thought that was really expensive for that food. And then that's when I remembered, like, that's why we really don't buy fast food, because it's really expensive and it's really not that good. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think it like tastes that great. Like, it seems like it's going to be great, but then after you eat it, you're just like, ugh. So anyway, we don't really spend money on fast food. We also rarely spend money on going out to dinner. As a family of 5, with the youngest being 15, going out to dinner, even at a lower cost restaurant, is really expensive. We do go out for special occasions or while we're on vacation, but that's pretty much it. Like, it's a birthday or an anniversary, or we're on vacation. Otherwise, we don't go out to dinner. It just costs so much money. It'll cost more money for us to go out for one dinner than it costs me to buy groceries for the entire week. And it's just, I don't know, just handing over my payment to for that much money. It just, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. So anyway, yeah, going out to dinner is a very rare occasion for us. And it actually makes it more fun anyway. So we do go out. It's such a special treat. But anyway, the last thing was just drinks at restaurants and at home. So on the rare occasion that we do go out to dinner, I ask my family to get water for their drinks. because I have found that getting drinks, especially like if everyone just gets like a soda, it adds a lot to the bill because you're paying for the drink plus tax and tip on it. And, you could be talking like 15, 20 bucks added to the bill for 5 people. I'd rather get like an appetizer or a dessert or something like that we could share than to just drink like soda that I could buy for like $2 for a bottle if I really wanted it. And then again, we also don't really buy drinks for the house, such as like iced teas, juices, sodas, whatever, as part of like our regular grocery shopping. I do get them once in a while, but it's usually more for like a treat, like say if it's like a holiday weekend or a birthday, or I don't know, maybe the kids are having some friends over. It's more like for like something fun for like a little bit of a special occasion than just to kind of drink those things all the time. We mostly drink like water. My one daughter likes to make iced tea with like tea bags and stuff sometimes, but whatever. It's just not something we spend a lot of money on. So those are all the things I could think of. I'm sure there's others, but I don't want to have a ridiculously long episode to talk about these things. So that's it for today. I hope maybe this gave you an idea, or maybe just was entertaining. So like always, if you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. You can reach me at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find blog posts for each of my episodes on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. We do have a private listeners group on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I can see that you're listening. Also, if you can take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast, that would be really helpful to me. That is one of the most important ways for our audience to grow. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.